How do we expect Muslims to immigrate to Australia as refugees and assimilate properly when a Muslim leader in Parramatta has been here for 18 years and does not speak English? Surely he must be interested in assimilating, and it just carries on from there that the people that come into this country would be influenced by him. It just seems wrong.
Wissam.
Look, I think at the end of the day, what's important to remember here, and I thank you for your question, is that we want the right messages being put out to the community. Can you imagine that somebody spoke the language of English very well and put out a dangerous message? I mean, that would be far worse. So I think the objective here is to look for a positive message that has great impact on the community. And I have heard that being articulated before, and I have read some articles about leaders or not leaders having to speak the English.
Well, it was articulated today by the chairman of the Parramatta Mosque, Neil El-Kadomi, who's come out and said we need a mufti who can speak English, frankly.
Yes.
I mean, is he right? I mean, is it really difficult to communicate with the broader public about what your message is if you have a Grand Mufti who doesn't speak English?
Well, again, you have to look at the Mufti's messages that he's putting out, which are very, very positive. And the Mufti guides and he basically instructs all of the imams and scholars. And that has a cascading effect. And I'm an example of that. I mean, he's had a positive effect on me, and I speak English. And, you know, how long I mean, we may one day have a Mufti that speaks English. He is a great man. How long did Australia wait to get a female Prime Minister? We could also ask. We waited a long time for that.
Yep. And look what happened to her. Anyway, actually, the other part of that question was about assimilation. Adam Band, I'm going to bring you in on that. The suggestion was that the Mufti not speaking English prevents assimilation. It's not a word we hear often these days. What do you think about the idea?
I'd say I've met a lot of older Greeks and Italians and Vietnamese people who, when you've got people in their 60s, 70s and 80s, a lot of them don't speak great English either.